Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it.
It's Tuesday, June 29th, 2021. Welcome to day 161. Joe Manchin agreed to support the use of budget reconciliation to pass a broader tax and social spending bill. Manchin said he believes a Democratic-only infrastructure bill can be done, but hasn't agreed on how big it will be, adding that it shouldn't be linked to the separate bipartisan agreement. Manchin's comments, however, come as the Progressive Caucus told the White House and party leaders that they would withhold their support for the bipartisan infrastructure bill if the bigger, broader tax and social spending package wasn't passed in tandem. Manchin urged progressive Democrats to take the win on the bipartisan agreement. Moving on, Maricopa County in Arizona will replace all of the voting equipment that was turned over to contractors hired by the Republican-controlled state Senate to conduct an audit of the 2020 presidential election results. The Maricopa County Board of Supervisors said that because the equipment had been placed under the control of persons not certified to handle election equipment, the county would not use the subpoenaed election equipment in any future election, because it could pose a risk to free and fair elections. The potential cost to taxpayers is yet unknown. The county is currently halfway through a $6.1 million lease with Dominion Voting Systems for the equipment. At the same time, 49% of Arizona voters say they oppose the recount effort, while 46% say they support the audit. In D.C., the House will vote to remove statues honoring Confederate and other white supremacist leaders from public display in the Capitol. The legislation would also remove a bust of Chief Justice Roger B. Taney, who wrote the 1857 Dred Scott decision, which said that black people were not entitled to U.S. citizenship. Under the measure, Taney's bust would be replaced with one of Thurgood Marshall, the first black Supreme Court justice. The legislation, however, faces challenges in the evenly divided Senate, where it would need 60 votes to overcome a filibuster. A similar bill passed in the House last year, but didn't advance in the then Republican-controlled Senate. Meanwhile, Trump Organization attorneys met with New York prosecutors to argue why Trump's company should not be criminally charged. Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance has convened a grand jury, and prosecutors have been reportedly considering criminal charges against Alan Weisselberg, the Trump Organization's chief financial officer, as well as against the organization as an entity. Trump's personal attorney, however, said that Vance does not currently plan to charge the Trump Organization with crimes related to hush money payments or real estate value manipulations. Ronald Fischetti said Vance's team was considering charges against the Trump Organization and individual employees related to alleged failures to pay taxes on corporate benefits and perks. Weisselberg's former daughter-in-law, meanwhile, said she is prepared to testify before the grand jury as part of the investigation into Trump's company. And finally, the Justice Department is investigating Rudy Giuliani over possible foreign lobbying for Turkish interests. In 2017, Trump and Giuliani pressured then-Secretary of State Rex Tillerson to persuade the Justice Department to drop money laundering charges against Giuliani's client Reza Zarrab, a Turkey-based Iranian-born businessman. Giuliani also urged Trump to extradite a Turkish cleric living in exile in the U.S., who Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan accused of inciting a coup. The inquiry is separate from the original criminal probe into Giuliani's activities in Ukraine.
That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.